Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. We are wasting no time bringing you a Week 1 clash in what could be a college football playoff and maybe even a national championship preview. Ohio State and the Longhorns of Texas. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. We go down to the field for this Week 1 clash and say hello to Holly Rowe.
Guys, this is the matchup that everybody has been looking forward to all season. You might remember Texas got off to a rocky start under young quarterback Arch Manning last year in Columbus. But he is better, and the team has improved around him. Ohio State was in the college football playoff last year, and Ryan Day expects this team to be even better. We'll find out here today. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. Back to you.
So the Texas Longhorns kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Jackson. Oh, what a move. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast. How good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Running inside, it's Jackson. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, not much room to run. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They start the season as the #1 team in the country. You want to talk about having a bullseye on your back from day one.
Yeah, bullseye, but that also means you're really, really talented, and you're thought highly of. So this roster, it doesn't take a backseat to anybody in the country. Starting the year #1 is a great thing. That means you got talent. But how do you take this season, and how do you take step 1 today?
And that's the job of the coaches, I think, is to deliver the message to your team. You got to prove it. You haven't played anybody yet. You haven't necessarily earned that #1 in front of your name. So here's your opportunity. A lot of fans watching. A lot of people excited to see just how good you really are.
coverage, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. Got enough for the first. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Here we go. Ready, go.
First down, right back to Brown. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit. And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning on play action. Sends it downfield. Caught.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Brown. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Texans! First points of the day are on the board. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Here's Julian saying to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's Saying. They've got the screen set up. breaks into the open. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he
wants to go deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Saying back to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. He's not afraid to go deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start on the ground with Brown. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Arch is going to throw for it. Dumps it off in the flats. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball.
Oh, it's a fumble! And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
Back to throw, it's Manning. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throwing Manning. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ready. Return.
Going to work in the air, it's Manning. He's looking deep. Upstairs to make the catch. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
To throw, Manning. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Deep shot for the end zone. Makes a catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorn. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in the pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Say it. Gonna take a shot. Pulls it in down the sideline. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
Snags it and he's open. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Say it. Stepping to the right. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Finding some room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. It doesn't matter what time of season it is. A top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. They go play action with Manning. He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He gets a block. And there he goes. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a fumble.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Arch to throw. Looking deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. In the red area, it's Brown. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Ready, go!
Here's Manning to throw. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Longhorn! Fit it in the window for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. He'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Throwing, say it. Escapes the pressure to his right. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence.
Pulls in the deep ball. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Here's Sayin to throw. Here's the pressure. Big sack. This defense all over it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fires deep toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin our wraparound with Clemson, taking on the number 14 team, the Michigan Wolverines.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. comes the Texas offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. Yeah, 18, ready.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Go.
On 1st down, it's Brown again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Ready, go.
Manning takes the easy completion, and the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He's going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They're showing that toughness using the ground game to create breathing room. They've got it out to the 15.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Run inside. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position...
Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. They'll send the tight end in motion. Zayn. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Play fake, say it. Under fire. Avoids the pressure and gets away. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And defensive coaches talk about it all the time, winning first down. And what that does for a defense, they win first down, they force 2nd and long, they're ready for it. Nice job rushing the passer, getting the sack, and now putting them in an even more predictable situation, 3rd and forever. Great job by this defense.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Trying to be heard above the noise. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Say it. He tries to take the top off. Got it in stride at the 15. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. RPO complete to open the drive. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Arch Madness. Here's a heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
It's too bad because these receivers are winning outside one-on-one. If this offensive line can just give their quarterback a little bit more time, there are some plays to be had.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Rushes on him. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
My goodness, he unloads on that one. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Running inside, it's Jackson. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Throwing, say it. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And the timing just a hair off.
I love the coverage in the back end by the secondary. That DB was glued to the wide receiver, staying right behind him. He was able to locate the ball and get his pile there to knock it down.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Sayed. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
joined by a possession they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. 4th down, say it. Going deep. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the 1st and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Again, it's Sayin. He's not afraid to go deep. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to do more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got to be smart and be mindful of the clock.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. From the gun on 3rd down, say it. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie. They're trying to slam it in. He is denied, stopped short of the goal line, trying to tie the game, and he will not get the 2-point conversion. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
This is as big a play as we've had in this game. 3rd down and 3. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Quick completion on the out route. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, go.
Play action. Here's Manning. Showing the arm strength to the left. Pass is broken up downfield, and look who's there. The linebacker covering serious ground.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. You got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Again, it's Brown. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. 4th down, Manning fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
What a great stop by this defense. Way to bow your neck. Now you got a chance to give the offense the football back, go out, try to make something happen late in this game, and maybe walk away with the victory.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away and force an incompletion late in the game with everything on the line.
Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. Here's Sayin to throw. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down.
It is your time. What is in your bag? What is your play call? Going to be fourth down now. I have to have this. I'm trailing. This is what every quarterback dreamed about in their backyard, making that play in a big-time moment. It's go time.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Sayin to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And you just wonder if this defense now is starting to feel it a little bit. They're a bit on their heels after that fourth down play to keep this drive going. Someone's going to have to step up here and stop the bleeding. They're only up by one possession.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running the red zone, it's Jackson. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They give it to him again. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. No need to look right or left, just kick it right down the middle for the game. Smashes it between the uprights. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. Look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Manning with a play fake. Here comes the heat. And that is how we will wrap this one up. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us.